How do lonely people get friends? I'm retirement age, and I wish I knew the answer to this. I'm an aspie as well, and it just complicates the hell out of things. I texted someone today, asking if I could text them tonight to chat. I know they got it. They check their phone constantly for new texts. They just never replied, which hurts. Hurts a lot. I think I just don't understand friendship. I don't feel close to anyone, and don't feel loved by anyone at all, anywhere in this life. If you get a good answer, please share. I've been at this a long time and I'm often lonely as hell. Edit. Since I'm getting a good number of replies regarding my text asking if my friend is up for chatting later, it's how we do things. This is my favorite person at work. I adore them, and we've been friends for years. But they have a busy life, and so we sometimes arrange to chat later by texting and asking in advance. Sort of like, hey, talk later. Edit number 2, she did text me to say she doesn't want me to text her anymore. I still don't know what I did. But right now, my heart feels like a single loose plastic shopping bag filled with hurt and shit. Slowing draining out through a hole in the bottom. I looked forward to seeing her every day. Her smile, her laughter could make the worst day brighter and better. And it's gone now, and I feel stupid. I don't take chances on friendship much anymore. And this is why I find someone, we become friends, and then something like this happens. The kicker for me is that I believe that if you value people, then you actually ask them, hey, why did you do that? That really bothered me. But if you see the person as disposable, then you just end it, like she did today. I have learned nothing from being alive. Apparently, I have grown older, but no wiser. No person should have to feel the pain of being ignored or unwanted. I am right there with you, pal. My ability to confidently and reliably make new friends died in middle school. I never know what I am supposed to say or do to get people to pick up regular correspondence with me. I'll give it my all for weeks and get nothing in return. Oftentimes, if I do not instigate the conversation, nothing will be said. It is the social equivalent of pulling teeth, and it leaves me more distrustful than I was in the beginning of the interactions. I sure hope we both figure it out, for both our sakes. Until then, all we can do is find comfort in those we do have, and in our own solidarity. In what context are you using lonely? Lonely like I'm an introvert, and I find it hard to talk to people so I don't have a lot of friends. Or lonely like I just moved from LA to Tallahassee and I don't know anybody here. Okay, but what about the second one? First one. Get among a group of people who are enjoying a common activity. Having things in common is the best chance of making friends. And doing things in common is a way to achieve that. I moved to a new city a year ago and I still have 0 friends. I joined a gym that does group fitness and know a lot of people, lots of new Facebook friends, but no one who actually wants to make plans. I joined a volleyball league, but it ended up being people way older than me. My coworkers are all way older and have families, etc. I've volunteered at a charity event and even tried to mingle, but nothing came of it. I feel like I've tried so much and just can't seem to find actual friends. Volunteer work can be especially good for this. You can find people with similar values, who are theoretically not too selfish, and who have time to do things. YMMV based on the activity in your particular community. Of course. Join a jail. Join. Rob's bank. Hello friends immediately shanked. By looking for community groups in their area that have similar hobbies and joining theme is your ex. Like running, look for a running club. There's always one around. This one. That way you don't really need to talk to people as you do stuff with Themis. I have a couple friends I know from car meets. We can all tell you more about each other's cars than about each other. What happens if you're too anxious to join the group because they might reject you? I periodically open Meetup and browse because I'm very lonely. But then I'm too shy to sign up. I know I have to start somewhere, but man, that's intimidating. I think that's why I kept trying to date even though I don't want a relationship. Because at least that was one-on-one. I see a lot of comments here that are like, just put yourself out there, which is fine and all. I'm not that socially awkward and have a lot of acquaintances. But how do you get past the small talk phase to make long-lasting and deep friendships? Whenever I open up about myself, it usually isn't reciprocated, or I feel like I'm being emo and burdening someone. Or I feel like I'm prodding other people to open up about themselves when they don't want to. Clarification. Thank you for all your kind responses and tips. When I say opening up, I really don't mean unloading my life story on a person I've only known for a few months. It's pretty intuitive not to do that. These are people I could have known for years and seen on a daily basis in that time. I struggle with making that shift to a less platonic relationship. I could swear I do ask them lots of questions about themselves. And I think that's what makes me strong in that good small talk department. I can't even tell if I'm trying too hard or not hard enough. Also, is it a problem if I'm always the one making plans with people when I muster the guts to? I don't mind, but it sucks not get invited. And I don't know how to infiltrate a friend group. Like, I feel like there's something seriously wrong with my personality. Edit. So reading these responses, I'm realizing that I might have some other issues I need to work on in order to be receptive to relationships. I have a pretty low self-esteem. I tend to blame myself and only myself for past, failed relationships. And I am hyper-aware of what I think others think of me. 1,000 other things, I'm sure. Scrolling through Instagram and seeing groups of friends doing fun stuff together really gets me down. And I don't think it's because of jealousy. I'm disappointed in myself that I can't force people to like me. Which is so wrong on so many levels. Number 2, duck. Thanks for my first gold. I'm literally crying. A bonding experience usually works. Like having something trigger a strong emotion that you both experience together. This is what dating does usually. At some point you have to ask someone on a friend date. Then do something that will elicit a strong emotion, like seeing a really funny movie or do something adventurous. Friendships need a compatible chemistry just like relationships do. If you've chosen a good bonding activity, you should both feel closer. Like real friends. Keep these activities up and you become real friends. Opening up from there will hopefully just flow. This is how it works for me. Disclaimer. I have a disorder in which I feel instantly bonded to people. YMMV. I know exactly how you feel. It is that voice in your head that whispers insecurities and anxieties, and ultimately convinces you that the person does not like you and that you are better off alone. It is so goddamn difficult to shake, and I am still trying to figure out how. I can never get past that beginner stage. Like you said, I think what it is that as we age and experience life, we become more jaded and distrustful. We see the world for what it really is. A place filled with liars and deceit, but also happiness and honesty. The difficult part is distinguishing between the two and knowing when someone is actually sincere, and that they want to know more. Fear of rejection is a strong emotion and it guides with a rough hand. It's just time, I think. All the deep friendships I've had started superficial, and the longer we stayed friends, the deeper that friendship gets. Some stay superficial no matter what. Never can tell. I can't wait to find out. You, Kayla Brains, this is you, TYGTG, you, TYGTG, this is you, Kayla Brains. Wait, brother? What if I don't know how to talk to people social like I'm serious? Listen to podcasts a lot. This helped me immensely, and I was able to formulate sentences and even interject appropriately. A natural flowing conversation is like a dance, and practice is also necessary. Get other people to talk about themselves. One of the best social methods is to present interest in the other person. And often enough, they will reciprocate interest in you. Being a good listener goes a hell of a long way. Get a job that forces you to talk to people. Fast food or retail. Even if you only keep the job for a couple of months, it is immensely helpful. Extroverts adopt them. Thank you for watching. Comment joy if you have reached this far into the video. Have a good day.